doesn't mean I'm trouble. In fact, things would be far worse around here if it wasn't for me. And things are pretty bad as it is, but more on that later. First, I should explain that I'm a character in a play, written and set in ancient Athens, 4th century BCE. Well, I say it's a play. Really, it's more of a TV sitcom, their equivalent at any rate. The story goes like this. I'm showing up with Genius. That's him over there. No, not the young one. That's Motion, his son. His adopted son, to be more accurate. Genius is the older one. What's the matter? You disapprove? A young girl like me going out with a man old enough to be my father. My grandfather? Oh, come on, he's not that old. They looked older in those days. All right, he's a bit older. But what was I supposed to do? I'm a poor girl, and I'm not an Athenian. I'm from Samos. What difference does that make? A lot, believe me. No Athenian man would dream of marrying someone like me. Oh, so I should go and get a job, you think? Like an office job, be a receptionist or a secretary. Look, this is ancient Athens. There's only one sort of profession open to a girl of her own. So when Genius offered to take me in, I jumped at the chance. And as I said, he's not a bad old stick. He could be a lot worse, like our neighbour, Nicaratus. He's not very bright. And he's a bit mean when it comes to money matters. That's his wife and daughter. They're trying to work out how to manage the housekeeping on the pittance he gives them. The trouble is, he wants to live in style, but on the cheap. And he's a way of flying off the handle if they get it wrong. So, all in all, you can see why us women weren't too down at heart when Nicaratus and Demius decided to go away together for a few months on a business trip. With them gone, we decided to have a party. You see, it was the festival of Adonis, which happens to be a particular favourite of ours. There's nothing like a bit of noisy lamentation to get the adrenaline flowing. And why shouldn't we enjoy ourselves? We're stuck in the house all day long. That's another thing about ancient Athens. Nice women aren't seen in public. Anyway, we decided to make a night of it.
Come on, Crisis. The party's ready. We're all waiting for you.
Nicaratus' daughter and I are great friends. Her name's Plangon. Lead me to the wine cavalcades.
Last favorite boy, Adonis fair. Beware, beware. Have a care in the forest. Leave off the chase. For danger awaits you there. A jealous skull disguised as a boy. Air
the goddess of love must pine.
She weeps for you, too horned and lovely, of the skies you are a glory. The anemone, the blood-red flower, she makes grow from your womb so gory. Wail, howl for Adonis, she gives him a last kiss, before he goes to the shades and the stream turns red, where he has led the anemone, flowers soon fade.
Oh, woe, woe, the towers! Oh, woe, when Christ has won! Well, our call as we lost them before, and men lift up as we lift the cup and let wine on our sorrows once more. Stop right there. Can't you read? It says, no men allowed. And that means you, even though you are only a slave. You can tell he's a slave because he's so ugly and groveling. And his clothes, well, I ask you. This one's name's Parmenon. It belongs to Demas but serves Moshion. Didn't I make myself clear? It's women only here tonight, so out you go. But leave the drinks. Ladies, drinks. Oh, one for you, nurse. Don't drink it all back at once. That's Moshion's old nurse. She's getting a bit past it. Off you go and sit down, darling. So, as I was saying, we were having a party. We had a few drinks, started to dance, started to relax and let our hair down. And then something happened that shouldn't have happened. But I'm not going to tell you about it. I'll let Moshion do that. There he is now, the spoilt brat. Over to you, Moshion.
All right, I know I did wrong, but why not all about it? It's not easy for me to talk about, and actually, I think I'd better start off by telling you about my father.
I think I'll leave you to it.
As a child, he was always generous to me, more generous than I was able to appreciate at the time. He gave me everything I wanted and treated me as though I was his own son, even though I was only adopted. And since I've grown up, I've achieved a certain standing in the world, sponsoring the drama festivals and giving generously to charity. My father keeps horses and hounds for me, and I distinguish myself a cavalry officer. When my friends came to me in need, I was able to help them out. I was a man, and it was all thanks to my father. In return, I behaved well. I was a good son. And then, I'd better just tell you how it was. There was a girl from Samos.
That's me.
A prostitute. And father fell in love with her. I suppose it's human nature. He hushed it up. He was ashamed. I found out, discovered his little secret, and I talked it all through with him. Told him, you've got to get this girl moved in, or her other lovers will be making trouble. You know, younger ones. He was embarrassed about that, having his girlfriend in the house under my nose. But I told him, don't worry, it's fine. It's only natural at your age. I'm perfectly relaxed about it.
Just tell her what you did to Plangon.
Crisis! I didn't realise you were still there.
Plangon, when her father and your father were away.
Yes, thank you, Crisis. I can manage on my own now.
As you please.
Anyway, father had brought her into the house, and she soon became very good friends with Plangon's mother. Women being what they are, they were soon popping in and out of each other's houses. One day, while father was overseas, and I was Looking over our farm, I came home to find the house full of women. They seemed to be celebrating the festival of Adonis, and I don't think they were expecting me back so soon. Well, everyone seemed to be having a wonderful time, and I didn't see why I couldn't stop by and have a look to see what they were up to. They were taking plants up to the roof garden and dancing and waving up there, and in fact all over the house, and it was clear they were going to be making an all-night doing it. The air was thick with incense. There was no way I was going to get any sleep, even if I had wanted to go quiet to my room.
She lifts up the rent, weary and forspent. She lifts up the lover for daughter and mother. The blood now oozes, so we need some more
But it was girls only, so I thought I'd better go in for a bit of cross-dressing.
Who are you, darling? I don't remember seeing a tall girl like you in the neighborhood.
Now I'm coming to the bit that I don't want to talk about. Maybe I'm ashamed. I know that doesn't make it any better, but yes, I am ashamed. You see, the girl got pregnant. You can work out for yourselves what led up to that. I admit that it was my fault, but I did go immediately to Plangon's mother to reassure her that I would do the decent thing. I made a solemn oath that I would marry the girl as soon as father got back from abroad. Not long ago, the baby was born, and I took it in under our roof. Then, by one of those fortuitous coincidences, Crisis also gave birth around the same time, only hers was stillborn. I should probably explain that father got her pregnant before he went on his business trip with Nikaratos, and he wouldn't want the baby, obviously. It wouldn't have been legitimate, and he told her to get rid of it. As it happened, Crisis's baby died anyway, and the upshot is she agreed to look after Plangon's baby in its place.
I'm only doing this because Plangon's my friend.
Crisis, you're a darling.
Get lost, slime ball. No one seems particularly interested in how I feel about losing my baby. I mean, shouldn't I be having therapy or something? There, baby, here's a sweetheart then. Doesn't take after his father one bit.
Hey, Mosian! Mosian!
What's Carmen all excited about? It looks like he's just come back from the harbour.
Who? Father? And you saw him yourself?
You deaf? I saw him!
The man from next door?
They're here, back in Athens.
Ah, good. Yes. Well, I'm glad. Wonderful.
But you have to be brave. Tell him straight off you're wanting to get married.
Yes. But how? I'm scared at the moment here.
What do you mean?
Well, you know, Father, I'm ashamed.
And what about the girl? Now you've ruined her chances for life. Who's going to want to marry her now? And how do you think her mother feels? Ugh, shaking, you girly.
Why are you shouting?
Oh, so Crisis is around too. You want to know why I'm shouting? Funny, isn't it? I want this wedding to come off now. I want him to stop moping around the girl's front door. Don't want him to forget his promises. I want sacrifices, garlands, wedding cake being cut up. That's what I want. You don't think I've got enough reasons to be shouting?
Right on, brother.
All right, I'll do everything. Lay off me.
You better.
What about the baby? Do we go on with Crisis nursing it and pretending like it's hers?
And why not?
Well, Father will hit the roof.
What do you propose you do? Farm your son out to some lice-infested wet nurse living in a slum? Anyway, your father will cool down again, especially if he still feels about me the same way. I'll soon bring him round.
Oh dear.
Come on, baby. Let's go inside. We don't want to hang around here with all this despondency in the air. It could be catching.
I'll come with you.
Fine. You can help change baby's nappy.
I just remembered.
What?
The bougainvillea. It needs pruning.
It usually does when there's messy work to be done. Strange.
Oh, what am I going to say to Father? Oh, You see, what I want to say is, oh hell, is anyone else as miserable as I am now? Why don't I just hang myself? I need an advocate, an expert to help present my case. I have enough experience to sort this out properly. I need to find a place to rehearse alone. Oh, I'm telling you, this is a very difficult thing.
Presumably you're sensing already the effect of the changing scene. How different it is from our bad experience back there.
Yes, the Black Sea, full of fat old men and the stink of fish. No life at all. Oh, and as for Byzantium, everything tasted bitter. Well, that about sums it up. But here, dear gods, the poor man can experience pure delight.
Our own dearest Athens, if only we can be worthy of all your goodness. The happiest people on earth are those of us that love our city truly. You, get the hell indoors! Are you just going to stand there like a statue staring at me?
The thing that surprised me about that place, Devious, was this. Sometimes you couldn't see the sun for ages, as if some thick mist were hanging over everything.
There was nothing worth seeing, so the sun gave them the minimum ration.
Great heavens! I think you found the explanation.
Maybe. However, best leave metaphysical speculation to others and apply our minds to matters of more immediate concern. For instance, what do you say about the business we were talking about earlier?
Eh?
Our two young people.
Oh, you mean arranging a marriage for your son and my daughter?
Quite so.
Well, as I've said all along, let's do it. And may it bring blessings and happiness on both our families.
So we're on.
Well, I am.
I am too, and I thought of it first.
You call me when you come out again.
There are one or two things that we should discuss.
It's true there are.
But not that many.
No, only a few.
Which I'm sure we can sort out later.
Well, yes. Just as soon as we've had a chance to go inside and say hello to everyone before coming out again.
Quite so. Until then.
Yes, indeed. And I must say that... Oh. He's gone inside. Well, in that case, I shall go inside now myself. What's that doing there?
From ancient times, fruitful, immortal, adored, the people of Athens, blessed children of gods, are sprung from a soil both holy and fair, this city of men without master or lord, a dazzling triumph of sons born free, a wonder enthroned by the hills on the sea.
The loveliest land the earth has known, the home of fine horses, no longer wild, for Athena has taken them with bit and halter, and the birds sing sweetly their songs no falter. Amongst the wine dark ivy tree-clad vales, there are none so melodious as these nightingales.
In hidden dells of berries and tangled vine, Maenads sport with Dionysus, god of wine, and Narcissus flowers are in bloom constantly, beloved of Demeter and her daughter Persephone.
There are crocuses too, and crops brought to birth with heavenly dew on the bosom of earth.
The 9 muses of Tyre brought into this world.
Golden-haired harmony, so it is told. And 'tis said Aphrodite loved the water so clear of the stream of Cephisus that flows through here. Her breath fills the night with honey-soft breezes, and entwined in her hair are sweet-scented roses with grey-green leaves. A joy to see is a gift of Athena, the blessed olive tree. She nurtures her people on the glories of wisdom. Ever graceful they step under clear air bright, and you bathe them, O sun, and keep them in light.
Thus knowledge and love, enthroned side by side, make for excellence in art and civic pride. With Poseidon's gift, you have prowess at sea. Athens, my Athens, is the only place to be.
Well, I'm back. But I didn't rehearse the scene I meant to. I headed straight into town. Then my imagination took over. There I was, at the wedding sacrifice, calling in my friends for the party, handing out wedding cake, singing the wedding song. What a prat. And then after that, I started to... Oh, hell. It's father. He heard me. He must have. Good to see you back, father.
You too.
Why the frown?
You want me to tell you? All right then. I've come back to find I've got a wife, not a girlfriend.
A wife? How? I don't get it.
Now it seems I've become a father, willy-nilly.
Willy-nilly?
That's what I said. She knows I don't want the child. Well, she can just take the brat and get out of my house.
No!
What do you mean, no? Am I expected to raise the bastard to keep people happy? Ludicrous! Besides, it's not in my character.
Oh, for heaven's sake. Legitimacy, illegitimacy, these are just words. Anyone can be born illegitimate.
You're not serious, Mossian.
Yes, I am, by God. I don't think pedigree means anything. It would be fairer to say that good people are legitimate, whilst bad people are bastards and slaves.
This is mere sophistry, Mossian.
Look, Father, I can think of several good reasons why you should keep the baby. Please, won't you come with me over here and sit on this bench so that I might present to you my case in a rational and collective fashion?
Well, if you put it like that, Mossian, I'll listen. I always appreciate a well-argued case, although I make no promises to be persuaded out of my better judgment.
Wonderful, isn't it? Denius makes me pregnant and doesn't want me to have the baby. And because he thinks this is our baby I'm keeping, he wants to throw me out of the house. This is what happens when you let men rule the roost, and women are just supposed to do as they're told. Hello, looks like they're coming back this way. I'll keep a low profile.
So you see, Father, life's a beautiful thing, and babies are our future.
Extraordinary, but yes, Marcian, you're right. And talking of the future, I've got one lined up for you.
What?
It's high time you thought about getting married. And next door is Macarius' daughter, Langdon.
You mean?
I know she's not much to look at, bit plain, rather gawky. Nothing compared with the true beauty like Crisis. And she's probably as thick as a plank if she takes after her father.
No, she's not.
Eh?
That is, I'd love to get married, Father. I want you to appreciate that I'm a dutiful son.
I don't quite follow, Marcian.
How can I... The thing is, Father, how would it be if, without expecting an explanation, you were able to accept that I am willing, eager, to marry the girl you've chosen?
No explanation, but you're willing. Marcian, I'm with you. I'll run and find Macarius. Tell him to begin wedding preparations, or we'll provide everything on our side. You go inside and start your holy ablutions, burn some incense, and then...
I'll go get the girl.
No, not so fast. We'll have to find out first if he'll consent. He has already intimated as much. However, he might have changed his mind.
He won't refuse you. I won't go with you next door. I'd only be in the way.
Divine coincidence. Things we can't anticipate, you sort them out. I would never have thought that Marcian would be the marrying type.
So what's going on?
I'm going to marry Clangan.
You told him then?
Yes.
So he knows about the baby and everything?
What? No.
So what were you talking about over there on that bench?
I managed to persuade him to let you keep the baby.
And he still thinks it's his and mine?
Yes, of course.
Of course! Stupid question. So how did you get him talking about the wedding?
I didn't. He brought up the subject. He said, Marcian, have you ever thought about getting married? And if so, what about Clangan, the girl from next door?
Typical!
Oh, isn't it an amazing coincidence? Oh, I'm so happy. I don't know what to do with myself.
Why don't you go and stick your head in a bucket of cold water?
Good idea. I'll go to the gymnasium and take a bath.
Never mind, baby. You can't help having a gibbering imbecile for a father. Speaking of which, here come another pair.
So, you want to get married today?
That's what I said.
But,
Strike while the iron's hot.
is it hot?
Practically at boiling point.
Oh, I hadn't realised. But Demetrius, we've only just arrived back home today.
Oh, exactly. The timing couldn't be better.
I haven't had a chance to discuss it with my wife or daughter or invite people.
No need for discussion. Just tell them to get preparations underway.
Yes, and of course, weddings are expensive affairs.
We don't expect a dowry.
You don't? Well, in that case...
And in the long run, you'll be in pocket with one less mouth to feed.
Well, I'll just go in and find my daughter.
Good plan.
It's all very exciting, isn't it?
Yes. Joyous day.
Well, I'm glad they're all so happy. Meanwhile, it's me that's left holding the baby.
Pardon! I need you! Pardon! We need
get some money. It won't take a moment.
Nick Heritage, on your way to the market, I've just given Barman on his orders.
Oh, yes, I should just go back in and tell my wife to start with the preparations. Then I'll follow Barman down there.
That's one of the things I've always observed about you, Nick Heritage.
Eh? What's that?
Your efficiency.
Oh, yes, well, I try my best, you know.
I know, but please, don't let me keep you at a time like this.
Listen, I must get on.
Then there is your speed and quickness on the uptake, your powers of observation. But I could go on all day.
Could you?
I could. But there's Parmenon now. And don't forget your wife, Nick Heritage.
Oh, it's no good asking me. I said, never mind. All I know is that I've been given my orders and I'm just about to head off to market. Yes, the market. Now off you go back inside.
And no doubt it will take Nick Heritage some time to explain all this to his wife. That should give Parmenon a good head start in his assault upon the market. You still here? Get on down there and buy up all the best bargains before the competition has a chance. You need to run! Everything is panning out beautifully.
Dearest, I'm just heading down to the market. Dearest? Oh, he must have gone back inside. Good heavens! There's a group of drunkards heading this way. Oh no, it's just a party of women. Still, amounts to the same thing. Best to take avoiding action.
scene. That's how I am now. Before that, I was inside, busy organizing the wedding preparations, making the appropriate sacrifices, giving these servants detailed instructions on their various tasks, and it all seemed to be going well. But now, I don't know what to think. I mean, I could be going mad. I'll leave it for you to decide. I'll just give you the facts. I was inside, as I said, and there was a lot going on at once. It was pretty chaotic. The baby had been dumped on the couch out of the way and was bawling its head off. Meanwhile, the servant woman was shouting at the top of their voices. I gave them some things and helped out, and so it happened that I went into the storeroom. I was in there, looking around, choosing things to bring out, when someone came into the connecting room. It was Marcian's old nurse. She used to be my slave, but I set her free. Anyway, she didn't know that I was there, and so started saying the ridiculous things that women do.
There, coochie coo, who's a little treasure bin? Where's his mama gone?
The baby stopped crying, so I guess all that gibberish must have worked. And then, something very strange. I suppose that she didn't know that I was there, and thought she could say whatever she wanted.
Oh dear, only yesterday it was Marcian I was caring for. Bless him, he looked just like this, and now here's his own son born. There you are! Here's baby's father getting married, and you've left the little white screaming his head off.
Master's about!
He can't be. Where?
In the storeroom, I think. It's all right, he hasn't heard you. Mistress is calling for you upstairs.
Thank you, dear. Oh, why can't I keep my mouth shut?
After that, I came out acting all calm, as if I hadn't heard or tumbled to anything. And what do I see but crisis with the baby breastfeeding? Well, she's the mother, that's definite. But the father, whether it's me or whether it's... I can't say it out loud to you. I can't even think it. I'm just bringing it all out, telling you what I heard, not even getting angry yet. I know the character of the boy well. Up to now, he's always been good and grateful. But then I start thinking about what the nurse said when she didn't know that I could hear. Thinking about crisis and how she loves the baby, how she made me keep it, and oh, I just lose control. Sit down. Yes, regain your calm, Denius. There's Parmenon coming back from the market. I'll find out the truth from him. He's got a load of provisions and other servants with him. I'll let him take that lot back into the house, and then...
This way! Yes, over here! Hey, you! Cook! The master's not hiring you to go on a sightseeing tour of the neighborhood.
I am not a cook.
Huh? You mean you've taken this job under false pretenses?
Cook? No. Chef? Yes.
What's the difference? bothering me?
An anachronistic touch, perhaps, considering that they didn't wear this sort of thing in ancient Athens. But I wore it for you, to avoid any confusion you might have had concerning my status.
It looks ridiculous.
I bow to your expertise.
Oh, well, I don't know what
You've had years of practice, having been ridiculous all your life.
What a wit! For a cook. I can't imagine why you bother to carry knives with you. You're quite capable of slicing through everything with your tongue.
But then a stupid ignoramus with a stunted imagination could not begin to conceive of the issues that are of concern to the true professional.
No!
No! I require information, and so far you have been unable to provide me with the answers. I need to know how many tables are to be set, how many women will be there, what time the meal will start, if any extra waiter needs to be brought in, whether we have enough in terms of the plates and the cutlery, etc., what sort of kitchen you've got, and if everything I need is available, and so on and so forth.
There you go again, mincing around. Very professional.
How can the true artist, in my case a culinary artist, be expected to work in conditions like this, with people like this? Go and boil your head.
I suppose you think that's funny.
Not at all. I'm perfectly serious. He's just not in the same league.
All right, you lot, you stop hanging around and get inside. Go on. Are you coming, chef? Someone call me?
Yes, over here, Parmenon.
Hello, master.
Dump that basket in the house and then come back here, would you?
Righto, I'll be with you in a minute.
Whatever it is going on in this house, any secrets concerning that baby, he'll know about it. He's a nosy bastard if anyone is. Nope, I can hear him coming again.
Take care of the cook.
He says we're to call him a chef.
Ugh. I just make sure he has everything he needs to perform his chefery.
Chefery.
Yes, it's the sort of things that chefs do. Oh, and crisis?
What? No.
The old dear.
The old dear what?
The old woman.
You mean the nurse? What about her?
Keep her away from the booze.
I always do. Is there anything else you'd like to tell me that I don't know already? I would like to get on with things.
That's right, over here where I can get my hands on you.
What have I done?
You've been holding out on me. There is a conspiracy to keep the truth from me.
Is it?
And you're in on it.
Oh no, not me. I swear by the gods, any you care to mention, to a Dionysus down there, Apollo, Zeus,
That's it! Come and look me in the eye. I'm not guessing. I know
baby?
Yes, there is only one baby around here at the moment, I take it. Come on, Parmenon, I want an answer.
Well, Crisis is...
Yes, he's the mother, I know that.
Do you? Oh.
Yes, but who is the father?
Well, is what she says.
That's it! You're lying to me!
I am?
I know the whole thing, Parmenon. I know that the baby is Mossian's, that you're in on the cover-up, and he's the reason Crisis is keeping the baby!
Who says so?
Everyone! But answer me truthfully, is it true?
Well, it is, Master, but we wanted to hush it up.
Hush it up! Sorry! Someone get me a whip for this! There's an abomination standing before me!
Abomination? Me?
By that son up there, I will flog you to a pulp!
To a pulp? Surely not!
I'll brand you!
Sounds painful. I'm getting out.
Where are you off to now? Oh, come back here so I can thrash the living daylights out of you! Oh, where's he run off to now? I don't understand why everything has suddenly gone pear-shaped. I tell you, it's enough to bring on a fit of the tragics. Eh? What's the tragics? Well, it's like hysterics, only more poetic. Actually, I can feel it coming on, even now. Oh, citadel of Haycroft's land, outstretched expanse of heaven's band. Oh dear. That's enough of that. Come on, Demas. Cease this ejaculation forthwith. Take yourself in hand. Be firm, upright. Eh? I am talking about self-control. Self-control. Rationality. Let's consider this affair objectively. Now, yes. Well, obviously, Mossian's not to blame. That may seem like a strange idea to you, ladies and gentlemen. However, consider this. If he had set out deliberately to do it, driven by some uncontrollable passion, crazed with lust, or even anger for me, then he would be sticking to it, planning his next move. He wouldn't have agreed to marrying Plangan. But when I proposed the marriage, he was eager to accept the idea. Not out of love, as I originally thought, but an honourable desire to remove himself from temptation, from that Helen of Troy that I've unwittingly been harbouring in my house. He wanted to get away from her. She's the real culprit. She pounced on him. Maybe when he drank too much. Of course, that's it. He wasn't himself. A lot of things like that can happen when you mix strong wine with young blood. That is just the time where someone innocent and good-natured walks into a trap. I know the character of the boy well. Up to now, he's always been decent and good to others. To think that he would have wanted to turn on me just isn't credible. It's true that he's adopted. He is not my son by birth, but that's irrelevant. It doesn't change his essentially good character. But that woman is a slut! Filth! So what now? Well, she's not staying. Demas, Now is the time you have to be a man. Forget what you feel for her. Kill your love off. And this unhappy accident, keep it all hushed up for your son's sake. Take that gorgeous Samian woman and throw her headfirst out of your house to go to hell. You've got the perfect excuse. She decided to keep the baby. No need for any further discussions. Hide your true feelings. Bite them back and bear it. Endure. Be noble.
Where's he got to? To hell with him. He's left me to fend for myself. Did nothing to help in the kitchen.
Oh, get out of my way!
My God! Who or what was that? Nice neighborhood they brought me to. Weirdos running in from the street. Still, nothing to do with me. But did you see that guy? The shouting? The anger? What do you call it? Age rage? Like a bull in a china. Oh no! My crockery! It's breakable, and I set it out so beautifully. What was that roaring? I think he's coming back. Avoiding action may be appropriate.
I said go! Scram! Be off!
But where will we go?
Frankly, my dear, I don't give a damn.
Just a pity.
Oh, it's pity you want, is it? Oh, tears too. How very moving. But don't think you can play your games with me.
Games? What are you talking about?
No, never mind. You've got the baby and the old crone now on your way.
I kept the baby. Is that what all of this is about?
You know damn well it's that
And what?
just that.
I think I'm beginning to get the picture.
Some people just don't know when they're well off.
You're not making any sense.
Before I took you in, Crisis, you had nothing. Just the clothes on your back, one insubstantial frock. Am I making sense now? A plain, threadbare frock.
So?
You had nothing. You were nothing. I meant the world to you then.
Don't you know?
I don't want to hear any more. You've got all your stuff and I'll give you some extra servants too.
What use are servants when we haven't got anywhere to live?
That is just typical of your ingratitude, Crisis.
I think a mediator is called for to help pacify the situation. And who better than a cook to pour oil over the troubled waters?
What the hell do you want?
There's no need to fly off the handle.
I could easily find another girl who would be only too happy to move in with me, who would think it the answer to her prayers.
What is he talking about?
You've got the brat, which is what you wanted.
We still don't seem to be getting anywhere. I'll try the diplomatic approach. Excuse me, old gentleman.
Say one more word to me, fellow, and I'll rearrange your features.
Eh?
Let me translate. I'll smash your face in!
I reckon he would too. Have no fear, sir. I would intervene with any act of violence you would care to perpetrate against any party other than myself. And even now, I'm heading indoors PDQ.
You think your face is your fortune, Crisis, but you'll soon discover how it's rated when you're working the town. You'll be like the other girls, earning their keep by being escorts to dinner parties. A paltry sum, 10 drachmas a time. Ha! you'll drink strong booze until it kills you. And if that doesn't appeal, then you'll starve. Either way, you'll end up dead. Then you'll realize how stupid you've been. You'll wish you had behaved differently. But by then, it will be too late. No! Keep your distance. Listen to me, old woman. Do you see that tree over there? Well, why don't you go over there and find it?
What do you mean, Genius? Poor old Narcissus half blind.
Well, you'll just have to go over there and help her find it. On you go. Have you found the tree?
Yes.
Good. From now on, you're not allowed closer to this house than that tree. Do you understand?
Genius!
I'm not going to listen to another word!
This is awful. What will become of us?
The gods require a ritual sacrifice for the occasion. And this sheep, once it's been slaughtered, will just fit the bill. It has blood and a gallbladder that's not too bad, good bones, and a particularly large spleen. In fact, everything the Olympian deities hope to receive. I'll chop up what's left and send some of the tasty bits to my friends, and I'll have the skin. What's that sound? It's coming from the ship. I do believe it's teeth are chattering. I hope it's not a sick animal. If it is, it's of no use to me. I can't offer the gods an inferior sacrifice. Oh dear. Poor creature. It is in a bad way. I better put it out of its misery quickly. I'll just go in and get a knife. Hello, Francis. Hello, Encounter. This is a sad little tableau here. Two weeping women. What's all this about?
Oh. Nothing much. We've all been thrown out of the house.
What? Who? My dearest?
Who else?
I don't understand.
It was because of the baby.
Oh, yes. I did hear some of the gossiping women of my house saying how you had a baby, you were nursing it and wanted to keep it. Sounds like a daft idea to me.
What's wrong with me keeping the baby?
Still, Demetrius is an easy-going chap, and I didn't think he was too bothered about it.
He wasn't at first. He was in a good mood. He was all excited about the wedding. He asked me to start getting things ready. While I was in the middle of it, he charged in like a madman. Now we're locked out of the house.
Extraordinary! Well, there's only one possible explanation. He's completely insane. Not to mention demented. It's either that or the Black Sea.
Eh?
The Black Sea, where we went on our business trip. It isn't healthy.
You think he's got some sort of illness?
No, I think it very likely. Oh, never mind, cheer up. Oh, don't look so distressed. You're such a pretty girl. Look, I'll take you into my wife. Things will work out all right, you'll see. I dare say he'll think better of it and change his mind again. If he comes back to his senses.
Oh, thank you. You are very generous.
I know. It's worrying me. Wives, marriage. Well, before I do anything else, I'm going to take that sheep back to the rogue that sold it to me and demand a refund. Where's it gone? Did you see where that sheep went? Yes? Well, which way did it go? What? Speak up, I can't hear you. This way? Are you sure you couldn't have gone this other way? No? Okay.
Oh, will the sun never set? Will it be a perpetual afternoon evermore? Has night forgotten to come round? Ah, me. I should just have to have a bath. I've had 2 already. I mean, what else can I do?
Are you sure it couldn't have gone this other way? You're a dozy lot, half asleep. It could have sneaked out past you while you weren't looking. I've been that way and spoken to a dozen people who all swear they haven't seen any sheep. Ah, washer, good. Now, where exactly have you just come from?
The town baths. I've just been...
Oh, excellent. That's the other way. Now tell me, did you stop off at any shops or dawdle, or do you come straight back and say?
Straight straight there, straight back.
Better and better. Now, tell me, this is really important. Have you seen a sheep?
A sheep?
A sheep.
A sheep, no. Your daughter's lovely face, yes.
My daughter? But she's at home. Or at least she should be. Do you mean to say that you have seen her out in the street at a common?
Not her. Just her lovely face. I see it everywhere.
I'm starting to worry about this family. Well, first the father charging around like some crazy man, and now the son suffering from some sort of delusion. Do you think there could be some history of insanity here, or some inherent flaw? I know Mostyn's only an adopted son, but still it does give one cause for concern.
Oh, Plangon. I long for the moment I can take you in my arms and call you my wife.
Oh, I understand. He's young. He's in love. I'd completely forgotten what that was like.
Can we start with the wedding soon? I saw Palmer in the market buying loads of food for the feast. Pity to leave it around, going stale. I could go fetch the bride now, couldn't I?
Don't be ridiculous. We can't start the wedding with all this unpleasantness.
Unpleasantness? What are you talking about?
Don't tell me you don't know what's been going on.
Should I? When did all this happen?
This afternoon.
Ah, that's all right then.
It certainly is not all right.
No, I wasn't here this afternoon, so I don't know what happened.
Ah, yes. Okay. Well, my dear young man, it is like this. Crisis has been given the order of the brute.
What?
Your father has thrown her out of the house.
Is this a joke?
Certainly not.
But why?
The baby.
The baby?
I've taken her into my house.
Oh, I don't understand this. This is terrible.
It certainly is terrible for my household budget. There'll be her to feed, and the baby. Not to mention the old nurse as well. Oh, I bet she eats like a gannet, those old crones always do.
Give me my stick and I'll give you something to cry about!
What is that?
Oh, sounds like your father.
Bloody hell.
All right, no more of this nonsense, do you hear? The cook could do with some help, I dare say. I said go and help the cook! Are you deaf? All these tears because our house has lost such a precious treasure, as demonstrated by her behavior. Go away! I want to pray!
He's starting to talk in verse. This isn't a good sign.
Lord Apollo, mighty God, smile favorably on this wedding. We pray, and let it bring happiness and fortune to all. Oh, yes. I'm still determined the wedding should go ahead. I'll swallow my anger, grit my teeth, and celebrate like anything. You see if I don't. Help me, O Lord, to hide my true feelings and cause my vocal cords to sing the marriage hymn, because right now I'm so knotted up inside, I don't think I can sing in tune.
But I don't think he could ever sing in tune.
No, that's right, he couldn't.
Oh, what the hell? Nothing matters anymore. She'll never come back.
I think you should go and talk to him first, Mostyn. I'll wait here.
Mostyn! Well.
Father?
Mostyn?
Father? you doing, Father?
Doing? I'm praying.
No, I mean about crisis, leaving the house and so forth.
This has nothing to do with you. Do you understand me? Nothing.
But
That's enough. There is a conspiracy against me, and they've got Mossian to try and win me round. Yes, that's it. But that means that he's siding with her to do me wrong. Oh, that's awful.
I'm sorry, I didn't quite catch that.
You'll soon be sorry. Such effrontery. He ought to be pleased that I've got rid of Chrysalis. He surely doesn't want her here, tantalizing him with her seductive tricks on his wedding day, does he? I mean, he can't want two women, surely, one of which is his own father's mistress. Unthinkable!
What will people say, Father? What will your own friends think when they hear about it?
Hear about it? Well, who's going to tell them? I'm certainly not. And if you had any sense...
I would feel morally bound.
You! Talking to me about morality?
Yes, and I must insist that...
Insist, do you? Who do you think you are?
All I'm saying is that we shouldn't give way to anger.
The boy is speaking sense, Delius.
Oh, Niceratus, why don't you go and get Chrysalis and bring her out here now?
No! Wait! Niceratus! Listen, Mossian, how many times do I have to tell you I know everything?
But you don't! I mean, what is it that you think you know?
I am not going to enter into any kind of discussion on the matter.
Father, this is ridiculous. You must tell her what's bothering you.
Oh, must I? And who are you now? The master?
No, I didn't mean that. Look, if I asked nicely, a favour, please, won't you let Chrysalis back into the house?
What? Outrageous! I knew that he was weak-willed. I little believed that he was completely and utterly depraved. However, he is right. I must remain calm. Play it cool. You want me to move out of the house, I suppose, so the two of you can have it all to yourselves.
Eh?
Listen, Mossian, if you've got any sense, you'll put all this behind you. Just drop it. We'll get on with the wedding, and that will be the end of the matter. What do you say?
Yes, I think we should start the wedding, but Chrysalis should be there too.
What?
It's really for your own reputation.
Outrageous! Oh, ye gods! See how I am betrayed. I am surrounded by enemies, some of whom I thought close to me. I shall have apoplexy. I can feel it coming on now.
This isn't making sense, Father.
Surely I don't have to spell it out to you.
Yes, please.
Very well. Come over here where we can talk more privately. Excuse us for a minute, Niceratus.
Oh yes, don't mind me. I'll just sit over here quietly, minding my own business.
Won't you tell me then, Father?
All right, I'll tell you. To speak plainly, I am aware that the baby is yours. My informant is someone who knows all of your secrets. Parmenon.
Oh.
So cease playing games with me.
Ah, yes. But wait a minute. Even if it were true, and the baby were mine, what harm is Chrysalis doing?
What? If she's not to blame, who is? Are you taking full responsibility?
Well, yes, I am. But what does that have to do with Chrysalis?
What? Outrageous! The pair of you intend to blazon it out, do you? Have you no moral scruples?
Father, why are you shouting?
Shouting am I, and you are the gall to ask me why? Let me just get this straight. You take the blame onto yourself, correct? And you have the temerity to look me in the eye and question my righteous indignation. Am I nothing to you now?
Nothing? How can you say that?
Do you really need to ask me that?
I know I did a bad thing, but was it really so bad? It's the sort of thing millions of men do, isn't it?
Despicable! Who is the mother? Answer me that! If it is such a trifling matter, why don't we ask Nicaritus what he thinks?
No.
Nicaritus, you're there.
If he finds out, I'm done for.
You evil! You abomination! Oh, I'm beginning to see what's been going on here. Words fail to adequately express my abhorrence.
I've had it now.
Do you get it now, Nicaritus?
I do! Oh, deed most vile! Oh, tears thy bed defiled! Oh, incestuous love of Oedipus! Oh, thy Estes, oh, stewed perversion! And and all the other sexual deviants from legends, their crimes are as none compared with yours.
Mine? But I...
Devious! Oh, you should emulate Amintor, and with righteous anger, blind your ungrateful offspring! Blind him, I say!
Yes, thank you for the suggestion, Nicaritus. I always felt that Amintor went perhaps a little too far.
Some hot iron should do the deed, or you could use a brooch pin like Oedipus. If you like, I could hold his arms whilst you...
Let's not be too hasty, Nicaritus.
Why not?
If you are going to behave badly, you need to learn some discretion.
Who's safe with you around, eh? Whose bed could escape defilement? And I am supposed to give my daughter to you in marriage? Well, I'll tell you this, and may Armageddon be around the corner if I lie. I would rather marry her off to the local pimp. So there! And that's an appalling thought. Oh dear.
You dishonored me. However, I did try and hush it up.
You've no balls, Devious. If he'd sullied my bed in this way, I wouldn't give him the chance to do anything of the kind again. Same goes to his mate. I'd sell her into slavery, whore that she is. I disinherit my son publicly. You'll be the talk of the town. Oh, in every barber shop and in all the public places, they'd all be gossiping. They'd say Nicaritus is a real man. He charged his son with murder.
What are you talking about? The boy hasn't committed murder.
If someone flouts authority in this way, if he behaved like that toward me, well then yes, I call that murder.
I can't speak. My throat's gone dry. My whole body's shaking.
Worst of all, the main culprit, oh, that temptress who instigated these horrors. Oh, I've welcomed her into the bosom of my hearted home.
Then you must throw her out. If we are true friends, Nicaritus, when I am wronged, so are you.
Just the sight of her will cause me to go ballistic. Just see if it doesn't. Meanwhile, you sex-crazed animal, what are you staring at? Hey? Get out of my way!
I'm trying to. Has anyone got a clue what they're on about? I know I behaved badly and got Countess's daughter into trouble. But I said I'm going to marry her. In fact, it's what I want more than anything in the world. So why all the fuss? What's all this stuff about me committing murder? And what have they both got against poor Crisis? Oh, you don't think that they both think? Oh, hell. Father.
Silence!
Can't I speak to you?
I have just said not.
Even if I were to say that there's been a misunderstanding and none of what you suspect is true.
None of what?
You think Crisis is the mother of my baby, don't you? Well, she's not. She's just saying that to help me out.
Am I expected to listen to this nonsense?
It's true.
Just saying, helping me out. What is this?
Well, how can I, but once you know what really happened, you'll acquit me of any grave misconduct. Although, it does mean I have to admit a more minor misdemeanor.
Am I to understand from all this that you have some kind of confession to make?
Yes?
Well, get on with it then!
Plangon and I. It's our baby. I'm the father, and she's...
Plangon? Nick Heritas's daughter? I don't believe it.
Why would I lie, Father?
Well, it's a reasonable question.
Oh, whoa, whoa, thrice again! Oh, what vision is before my gaze? I hasten from my house to impart my anguish. Oh, my heart palpitates wildly, erratically with the unexpected blow.
That doesn't sound good.
I saw my daughter's teeth.
Bit of an overreaction. Not one expects to see in a respectable house.
It was in the baby's mouth.
What was it doing there?
Oh, she was breastfeeding, of course.
Oh, it all starts to make sense.
I've finally got through to you, Father.
You didn't wrong me after all.
But you did me wrong by suspecting me.
I need to talk to someone. Demon eyes.
Oh, he's coming over here. I'll be making tracks.
You're not running away from your responsibilities again, Mossian.
Yes.
Where did I go wrong with that boy? I guess it's up to me to sort this mess out. There you are, my friend. All's well, I hope.
Oh, it's certainly not well. Breastfeeding in the house. Planking my daughter. Just now I found her. She was breastfeeding the baby.
Could have been pretending. You know, having you on for a lark.
Pretending? Women can't pretend such things. Can they? Oh, no. When she saw that I'd seen her, she swooned away.
Away? Where did she go?
She didn't go anywhere. She just fell to the ground.
And the baby didn't receive any harm from all this swooning and falling over.
Eh? What? Oh, no, you're not bidding of yours scooped it up in the nick of time. Who cares about that? The important thing is I saw my daughter with my own eyes.
Oh, yes, we get the picture. And I'm sure there's a perfectly innocent explanation. Perhaps.
Perhaps you think me completely gullible.
Well, yes. I didn't know. How could you ever think that? I am just concerned for your tendency to hallucinate.
What tendency? Look, I know what I saw. But I'll just go back and check.
No, wait a moment. I've just thought of something. Too late. I was a bit slow there. Now he's going to go inside and then he'll find out the truth and then...
I want fire! No!
As I feared, he's flying off the handle, and in this temper he can be quite vicious. He lacks any sort of finesse or refinement.
I'll incinerate the lot of you!
But then, who am I to talk? To have harbored such suspicions? I am the worst sort of criminal. If I were to be suddenly struck down dead, it would be wholly deserved.
I'm going to roast that baby!
What? That's my grandson he's threatening!
Davis, they're all ganging up on me. Crisis has put them up to it. Oh, I can't begin to describe what she's up to. It's terrible.
Calm yourself, Nicaratus. This is not the
Don't be surprised if I kill her with my bare hands.
I wouldn't be surprised in the least. I know you to be capable of committing the most appalling atrocities.
Yes, good. Just as long as you understand the gravity of the situation.
Nevertheless,
And worst of all, that hussy has convinced my wife and daughter to admit nothing. They're all in a plot against me.
that's woman for you.
I found she's got the baby, seized it by force, and won't give it back. I'm going to kill them all!
What? Kill Crisis and the baby? I'd rather you didn't.
Huh? The baby? My wife and daughter too? I just thought I should warn you.
No, I'm not going to follow him in there and tackle him. He's bigger than me, and when he's in this mood, his strength is demonic. Oh, hello? Here he comes again. Oh, no, it's not. It's Crisis.
Help! Someone quick! I've got to save the baby!
Come to me, Crisis. I'll rescue you.
Who's that?
Me, Devious. Run inside our house.
Genius!
It's all right, Crisis. I'm on your side now.
I wish he'd make up his mind.
Run, Crisis.
Oh, why this baby isn't screaming his head off with all this chasing around, I don't know.
I can hear him coming.
Hey, not so fast. Where do you think you're off to?
Oh, I can see I'll be fighting a duel over this. What's the problem, Nicaratus?
Stand aside, Devious. Once I get my hands on that baby, the women will start talking soon enough.
Over my dead body?
So it's a duel you're after, is it?
Not really, but it needs must. Are you still there, Crisis? What are you waiting for? I can't hold him off much longer. Inside our house with you and lock the door. Good, she's safe. All right, Nicaratus. I concede defeat. Fighting was never my strong point.
It's true. I always could beat you hollow.
You could.
Where have they gone? They've got away.
So they have.
Is it all your fault, Devious?
I'm only trying to prevent you from committing an illegal act.
What's that?
Crisis is a free woman. She's not a slave. And here you are, chasing her around and trying to hit her. She could get the law onto you.
This is blackmail.
It is indeed.
I demand the return of my baby.
My baby, you mean?
It isn't yours.
Oh, yes, it is.
Oh, no, it isn't.
Oh, yes, it is.
Oh, no, it isn't. What do you mean it is? Oh, so you're all on his side, are you? Oh, well, I see now.
Just don't go bothering your wife.
My wife? Since when have you been concerned with her welfare?
Only a neighbourly friendship to yourself, and as befits the conduct of a gentleman concerned for the welfare of a lady.
Since when should a gentleman be concerned with the welfare of a lady? What is he whittling on about?
I'm ready.
For what?
Your interrogation. Fire away.
Well, yes, So, answer me this. I say your son has been deceiving me.
And your question is?
Well, do you or do you not agree?
Not. Ha! 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 I'm sorry, I don't understand the question.
No more questions! I'm on his side!
First, let me explain, Nicaritus. None of this is as it seems. Marcian still wants to marry your daughter. Let's take a turn here together.
Oh, turn! What are you suggesting? Is everybody here completely depraved?
Get a grip on yourself, man!
A grip? Well, then that's obscene. I could cause blindness.
I mean, calm down. Listen to me. Are you listening?
Yeah.
Well now, Nicaritus, you and I have often gone to the theatre and sat through the tragedies.
The ancient Greek tragedy.
The very ones. And do you remember the play in which Zeus transforms himself into a fine shower of gold so he can pour himself through the roof and have it off with the girl who's been locked in the room below?
I really don't see the relevance.
To be forewarned is to be forearmed. Perhaps you should be asking yourself whether your roof has any leaks.
Well, it's full of them. Well, I don't see what that proves.
Versatility! That's Zeus. A shower of gold one day, a downpour of rain the next. Get it? It was the Almighty who got up the mountain!
Oh, God!
Yes, exactly.
Pull the other one.
I couldn't be more serious. And there are precedents. Our myths are full of them. Consider the honor that Zeus conferred on Danae.
Well, honor is one way of putting it.
Well, we could say your daughter. Likewise.
I'm afraid Marcian has really dropped us in it.
The main thing is, he's going to marry her. We are seeing supernatural forces in operation. A hand reaching down from above.
A hand?
Yes, a hand, or some other anatomical part. The point our streets are full of people walking around.
The streets do get busy, but I don't see what that
People conceived through the union of a god and a mortal. It happens all the time. For instance, there's that fellow, Carafor. He's always eating out and drinking, never pays a thing for it. He must be part god to get away with that. Oh, look. Isn't that him there in the audience?
Don't be ridiculous. Carafon's been dead these past 2,000 years.
But they say that the gods live forever.
It's true. They do say that.
You're beginning to come round, I see.
Oh dear. What's to be done? All right. I'm not going to argue with you anymore, Demeus. It's really not that important anyway.
That's the man. And who knows? Your grandson might be blessed with the gift of eternal youth. Just like someone else we know, eh?
You're talking about Androcles, I presume.
Yes, not to mention old so-and-so, and what's his name? Actually, we're spoiled for choice. There's a whole generation of youthful podgers, running, leaping around in their workouts and exercise classes. Not a white hair in sight. They'd rather die than turn grey.
And you say that's because of their divinity?
Yes, that and a good diet, improved sanitation, modern medicine, and of course the NHS. But getting back to ancient Athens, what you need to do is go and pray for the best. Now you'll need to be quick, because I'll be sending Mossian around to pick up Plangon as soon as maybe.
Mossian and Plangon, eh? I suppose it has to be.
It does.
But if I'd have been there and caught him up,
relax. Take some deep breaths. We don't need you having a heart attack at a moment like this. You need to go inside and make sure everything is ready in your house. I'll do the same in mine.
very well.
Smart fellow. Crisis! Oh, things are looking up, yes indeed. And I'm relieved about you and Mossian. Well, anyway, needless to say, my suspicions were completely, Actually, I need to go indoors and get ready and all that.
That's about the nearest I'm going to get by way of apology from him. Anyway, in case anyone is interested, Baby is doing fine and doesn't seem to have suffered any permanent damage from all the goings-on just now. At the moment, he's tucked up safely in his cot with one of the servant girls looking after him. So, that's that you're thinking. The truth is out. The old men are happy, or at least reconciled to the situation, and the marriage can go ahead. End of story. Not quite. Everyone seems to have forgotten the spoilt brat Baby has for a daddy, and he's throwing a little tantrum even now. Not Baby, I mean Mossian. Why, you ask? When everyone has forgiven him and they're getting ready for his marriage to Plangon? Search me, he's gone off in a huff, but I dare say he'll be along shortly to have a good whinge. Meanwhile, let's have another choral dance.
The sense of what he's on about. It's beyond me.
As you've seen, I was wrongly accused of an appalling crime, but my name has now been cleared, and I suppose you think that I'm happy. Grateful, even, to have got off scot-free. Well, initially I was, but after a time of deep reflection, I suddenly felt so angry that I might explode. How could my father think that I was capable of acting in that way? If it wasn't for Plangon, I would do something desperate. As it is, I can't leave her alone with the baby. I love her too. I couldn't bear to be without her, in fact. Oh, I feel so knotted up inside. If it wasn't for all that, my responsibilities, I would show Father exactly what I think of his treatment of me, and he wouldn't dare suspect me of anything like that again. He wouldn't, because I wouldn't be there. I would have left home and headed off to some godforsaken part of the world and become a mercenary soldier. Oh, how brave I'd be, or would be, if I wasn't prevented by love. My aspirations to glory are thwarted because of you, sweetest, dearest Plangon. That being said, I don't see why I should have to remain calm about the situation. Some sort of protest is called for, so I've decided to play a trick on him. I'll make him believe that I'm heading off to some foreign part, and he'll be full of remorse and regret, and he'll have more respect for me in the future. Ah, who's this? Ah, excellent. This is just the man I need right now.
Oh, I'm an idiot, a fool. Despite being innocent of all wrongdoing, I took fright and ran away from my master. Why on earth did I do that? Let's subject the facts to an objective and detailed scrutiny. Point 1. The young master has behaved inappropriately with a girl from a good family. Oh, nothing whatsoever to do with Parmanen there. Point 2. And now she's up the spout. Parmanen can't be held responsible for that either. Point 3. The baby ends up in our house. But it was Martin who let him in, not me. Point 4. One of the women in our house claimed to be the baby's mother. That wasn't my idea. I've had nothing to do with any of this. So I run away. Coward that I am. Point 5. The master, the old master, threatened me with branding. That's the crux of the matter. A punishment like that, whether deserved or not, is just not an attractive prospect.
Hey, Parmenon.
Oh, Marcia. Good evening.
What do you mean? Good evening. Cut out that nonsense. Get in the house, on the double.
What do you want me to do in there?
I want you to get my army clothes, my sword, my cloak, everything.
You want your sword?
Yes, my sword. One of those long, shiny, sharp things. Bring it out to me, now. Just do it. But be discreet.
I don't understand.
Discreet means don't advertise it to the whole household.
Yes, but if you want me to go in there and...
Stop arguing! Go get it now, or I'll fetch my whip and I'll make...
Oh, no need for that! I'm on my way! Why do they all threaten me?
Get on with it! Any moment now, Father will be out, and he'll beg me to stay, but I shall be unyielding. Until a fair amount of pleading and apologising, I will graciously allow him to persuade me to change my mind. All this requires good acting on my part, but I'm not sure I'm particularly good at that sort of thing. Huh? Did you say I am? Oh, thank you, madam. What? No? Oh, please yourself. Ah, I can hear the door. That'll be Father now, I expect.
Mossian, let me give you an update on the situation here, because Currently, you are misinformed and about to resort to drastic measures which are completely unwarranted.
I sent you in for my things. Where are they?
Your wedding! It's begun! There's wine being mixed, incense being burned, and the offerings are lit up with the fire god's flame.
My cloak, my sword, all of my items. Where are they?
The feast is ready! Everyone is just waiting for you! And they've been waiting for ages. You should go and fetch the bride without delay. Fortune's smiling on you. You've got nothing to worry about. It's your lucky day. Everything's going your way.
Ah!
What's up?
You presume to deliver me a homily? What? Ha!
Oh, how? If you don't like my singing, you won't have to say.
I want my military kit. Go and fetch them for me now.
You've injured me.
Stop answering me back.
All right, I'm going. Fine, thanks. You've given me. I really wasn't kidding you about the wedding. They really are.
I don't want to hear another word about the wedding. And yes, your singing is truly offensive. Now Father will be out. Oh, I just thought of something. What if he doesn't beg me to stay? How can I back down? I look a total idiot.
I've got them. Cloak and sword, etc. You are welcome to them.
Help me to put them on. So, did anyone, by any chance, notice you,
No, no one saw me. They were all too busy just getting ready.
What? No one at all?
No one.
Oh, go to hell.
God knows what you're on about. Do what you want. Go where you like. I really don't care.
Where's he got to? Not play the reluctant bridegroom, I hope. Oh, what's all this?
Off you go then. Quick march.
Why the dressing up, Mossian? You're not planning on heading off anywhere, I trust. Do, pray, inform us of your intention.
He's off to the wars, and I'm off inside to let everyone know what's happening.
Mossian, you're upset because of the accusations I made against you. I understand that, and I love you all the more for it, if that makes sense.
Oh no, he's trying the contrite approach to win me round.
I admit I have already admitted that I was in the wrong. But if you stop and think about it, who's really going to suffer as a result of all of this?
Plango.
No, me! Your father! The one who adopted you as a child and raised you as his own son!
And now he's gonna make me feel guilty.
And if you have had any happiness in life, I think that I can claim some responsibilities for that. Don't you think?
Oh yes, it's been a big bowl of cherries.
Oh, with that in mind, I don't think it's unreasonable to ask that you might make some allowances for my shortcomings.
Really goes on, doesn't he?
I made a terrible mistake, and I can only blame insanity.
Insanity? That's rather far-fetched, isn't it?
But consider this. I did try and keep it all quiet because I had your best interests at heart, your reputation. So I confided my suspicions in no one.
Well, that's all true, of course.
Are you being fair to me now, leaving in such a public way so that everyone will know how very stupid I have been? Don't let the one day when I got things wrong ruin all of your other happier memories.
And now I feel absolutely dreadful. He always has this effect on me.
I could go on, but I'll leave it there for the moment.
Okay, good.
I would just like to add one last piece of advice. It's no good if a son grudgingly obeys his father. Genuine respect, that's what's needed, and a positive mindset.
Oh, there you go, nagging again, woman.
Yes, but...
Oh, we've done everything we can. The bath, the initial rites. There is only one thing missing. How am I to give my daughter away if the bridegroom doesn't show up to fetch her?
He's over there, Nicaritus, but...
At last! Oh. Well, what's all this then?
It's beyond my comprehension.
Well, I should think it plain enough. He's wearing a military cloak. Not the sort of thing he'd wear to his wedding. I'd say he means to do a bunk.
Yes, he says so too.
He does? Well, he must be prevented. Well, he has been exposed as a Lothario, caught in the act and admitted his guilt. I shall restrain you.
And how will you do that?
I shall tie him up.
You and whose army?
Think I'm not up to it, eh?
Wonderful. Baby's father and grandfather finishing each other off in a duel. Don't they care about psychological damage and its impact on an infant's emotional development? Devious, are you going to do something? Or do I need to sort them out?
You?
Yes, me.
Very amusing, Crisis, but you're only a woman.
And a woman can't fight.
Exactly so. The noise of war, the look of steel, makes a coward out of her. That's what Euripides said.
Oh, well, he'd really know what with being a man. Now, if we'd had judo or karate in ancient Athens, I'd make you and Euripides eat your words. I'd do this, ha, and this, ha, ha, ha.
Is this some sort of new dance, Crisis? I find it all unseemly.
No, I actually thought it was rather good, very lively.
And dramatic too. A great wedding dance.
Oh, yes, indeed.
Yes, but...
Oh, Father, you're not going to start moralizing again, are you?
What? No! Don't I give up? Very well, it was a beautiful dance. There. Just maybe for the young people, not us seniors.
So, do you think we could get on with the ceremony? All the food's set out and everything's in its place. Not to mention her Plangon, who's been dressed and ready for hours. Oh, come on, Plangon. Is the bridegroom really going to get married in that awful military cloak?
Ah, that's better. Now, where are those beautiful dancing and singing ladies that keep appearing?
You mean the nymphs?
Oh, is that who they were? I was wondering.
They've gone. Didn't like the pay.
Can we get on with this?
In the presence of these witnesses, I give my daughter to you, monsieur, to take as your wife. With her, you can procreate legitimate children. As for a dowry, I'll hand over everything I possess, just as soon as I'm dead. Which, however, may never happen, as I plan to live forever.
I take her as my wife and will cherish her forever.
Now all we need is the holy water. Crisis, can you see to that? Now let the musicians play. Bring out the torches and garlands. We'll have a procession to escort the newlyweds home.
Raise the torch of flaming light.
Cast out darkness, make all bright.
Find morning in the bowl of night.
The witched day is come at last.
All pain is gone,
maids and pick some flowers, for we must deck the bridal bowers. Gay posies bring ye here in hand, bound in love's blue silk riband. Gather ye rosebuds while ye may, and bring them to our wedding day. Dances wild with ecstasy, loose leaping feet beneath the tree. Whirl and turn the whole night long, loudly sing the wedding song. Hymen, God of hot desiring, bless the newly wedded pair. We dance so much, we're all perspiring. It's almost more than we can bear. That's quite enough, we need some wine. So let's stop now and form a line.
Pretty little boys,
And girls,
young men and old gentlemen,
and ladies of various ages,
please put your hands together now.
and clap very loudly to show how much you enjoyed our play.
And Dionysus, the god of theatre, will be most appreciative. He thrives on applause.
And we shouldn't forget our goddess Victory, who, were we to compete in a drama competition as they did in those times, we would want on our side. May she ever favour our company of actors and chorus. Well, there you are. That's the end of another day in ancient Athens. And were you to watch more of our new comedy plays, you'd think this sort of thing went on all the time. And who knows, perhaps it did.